everybody, and welcome to DOO. Um, Not much on the board today, just figured I'd do a couple of co-ops and talk about what's coming up in May. No, I've been going over this May stuff a lot, but I'm just really excited for May. Like I said, new Heretic Quest, request. Yeah, which means more high crystal shards, which I think everybody can get behind. That Barrett's coming. Um, I believe the last chapter was Kuja coming out. I have to go back. Like the last chapters that are coming out next month are just not even on my mind because I'm just focused on Barrett. Truth be told, yeah, and the Heretic Quest, which I know those are going to be challenging, and they're going to be going all month long. But yeah, just excuse me. Yeah, just really excited for the month of May. Diabolos becomes permanent, just like Bahamut recently has, and hopefully we'll see a new summon in June, maybe July. That will give you that 10,000 max brave, or not 10,000 max brave. That'd be insane, especially for some of these characters with the proper buzz. They're getting up into the 40Ks when it comes to max brave, and just the ability to hit up to 200% over that. I think the biggest hit I've seen any one character do was about 75k brave damage or HP damage, which is insane. But those summons that are doing 6k max brave when they are summoned play a big part in that. So I'm excited to see a new one. Both Bahamut and Diabolos have very interesting support abilities. Like with Bahamut, it's every time you do a break, you get a bonus to your next break. It goes up by 5% and maxes out at 100%. So it's a good option for those long drawn out battles if you know you're gonna be in a mission for a little while. Maxed out Bahamut would be a good thing to bring because his buff is just something that keeps on giving to a point. With Diabolos, his support ability is kind of weird. It does more damage to enemies' weaknesses, elemental weaknesses, I believe is the wording on that. So let's say like this boss right here, it's weak to ice. And what's the other thing? I want to say thunder, ice and thunder. So if we were to summon Diabolos in here and had a character that had the capability of hitting it with ice or thunder, those abilities would do extra damage to the enemies. So, I mean, what the next summon could be, it could be anything. Like, I'd love to see, like, the Delta Sisters come in, or Yojimbo, or, somebody like that. Just, like, super unique, super strong, super iconic for the Final Fantasy series, and they're like so unique that they don't even make it into every single game. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, looks like we can go do some artifact rolls then. Um, yeah, so who they bring in next and what their special bonus is gonna be is absolutely beyond me. Just cause they're starting to get a bit crazy with them. Yeah, that with the new summons. I know I've been preaching this for a while, but I can't wait for Rydia's Lost Chapter and her Crystal Awakening to come. You know, which will most likely come with her EX. Because so far, every Lost Chapter character, when their Lost Chapter has come back, you know, that character is the one that gets the EX. Oh, I need to sacrifice stuff, huh? You know, so, I mean, and she's already pretty powerful, raises max brave for the party and gives them, you know, a water elemental to their attacks. You know, and she can group attack mobs as well, which, and that flare is just super powerful. Hopefully, like her flare will hit like 150%, 200% over max brave. I can see that going really well for that move, and hopefully the Leviathan won't be proportionate damage. I'm hoping it'll be like half damage, kind of like a Squall's Renso Kukin. But no, enough about radio. Let's talk about something that's coming more towards the future, which is Baird and what his possible skills could be. Like, it could be any number of things. So figure, you know, that charge shop, you know, his first limit break will be one of his moves for sure. You know, and what is weapons? I wonder if they're gonna like change them out, and or are they just gonna leave it to mostly guns? Because you guys remember he can equip some pretty interesting stuff on his gun arm. It doesn't necessarily have to be a gun. I mean, he's used like claws and what's some other stuff? I can't even. Ah, brain farted right now. But I know he's used claws for sure. I think uh, drills and stuff like that too. So I mean, his abilities or his weapon loadout can get pretty interesting. You know, and I wonder if they'll implement that in the game as well. Like, just not give him, you know, the straight up normal barrel gun or Gatling gun that he has. Just, oh, I thought I was picking stuff to level it up. It confused me for a second. Yeah, just normal or not normal gun stuff for his arm, which would be pretty interesting to see. I mean, they got Edgar switching out weapons. I mean, he still holds whatever weapon that he's carrying, you know, but when you use like the drill or his EX move, which he breaks out that chainsaw, you know, his weapon changes and he's sitting there holding those with both hands and doing major damage to enemies and stuff. And, you know, I wish I could show y'all, but I never got a single 5-star weapon for Edgar, which is sad. You know, I never really rolled for him either, but you know, and Final Fantasy is one of those series which has always been good about it. I mean, the costumes may not change in every single game, but their weapons, just like you swap weapons, you can see the difference in battle. For most of their games, and they've been pretty good about that. It's just a matter of what they're actually gonna put in for Barrett. And as far as that other new character, Rosa, I'm assuming it's gonna be, because it does look like a female, and it was she was holding a bow, not an umbrella, but a bow. That's got to be like a meme at some point. I'm gonna shoot my umbrella at you. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with her as well. And Kuja, I don't have Kuja, so going through that, I'd have to get him all geared up and limit broken and everything to crystal strength up and everything. So interesting. And I know I've had like support with him in his past, and like his abilities are interesting just because gotta use them to kind of level them up. I know like when Squall's Awakening came out, people were calling him the new Kuja, which I think Squall does a better job than Kuja, and a bunch of these group attackers that have recently come out do a way better job than Kuja, because his Ultima attack, which is one of them, yeah, it's a group attack and it does HP damage, but you need to build it up like once or twice. Excuse me. Or something like that to actually have it hitting at full force. And granted, when it's hitting at full force, whew, little buddy, it's a ton of damage, and that's just gonna get way more stronger with his crystal strength being able to go up to 60 and getting that extension. But I know you had to like use a move or two before you can actually hit full force with his moves. And both of his moves were like that. I can't remember what his other move was, but it was a group brave attack. Which they'll probably tag it with an HP attack and let that hit over Max Brave, as well as letting Ultima hit Max Brave, or hit over Max Brave. That'd be that'd just be awesome for Kuja. Like I said, I don't think I'll be able to get him MLB'd when he does come out. I'm just excited to get him to get my level up and more free crystals. I mean, this new character counts as getting a level than the 60 levels that they can go up to. That's 600 gems right there. Which after I tapped out on that weekly draw yesterday, I'm kind of out of gems. Like, I can't even, if I was to go into a mission and want to use gems to revive myself, I can't even do that. That's how many gems I have. Which is not a good thing in this game. But that's beside the point. And man, these draws were super crappy. So let's go ahead and roll some artifacts for Locke. I know there's just no good way to organize these artifacts to get what you want to come up right away. I think I'm gonna burn up like Silas Eidojas here, just because she's pretty set. She can be improved a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with her art skills. So I mean, there's not much room for improvement on her, and I know with Locke, I do want Oh, I cannot pass that up. 108 attack. Oh, you know, I really don't want this Mighty Phoenix Ray. I don't. I mean, yeah, it's good, but I'm looking more for the buff boost. 2-star buff boost. But 108 attack, you can't ignore those. And yeah, I've trashed some of those in the past just because, the secondary skill with it wasn't that great, or they ended up costing 15 CP, and, even with a MLB character, CP at 210, like, 15 CP skills are a lot. That's a lot of CP to use up for 108 attack. I try to keep artifacts, 10 CP and under. There we go. It's 12 though. Urgh. But yeah, I'd like to keep them 10 and under unless it's a situation like that, where it's a skill that I'm actually looking for to put on the character. And it's a pretty good strategy, I guess, especially when you're sitting here rolling for artifacts. Because every character should have a little bit of leeway, to where they can have every single skill that they've gotten from crystal strength and level ups equipped with room for, one, maybe two artifacts depending on the cost. Ideally, you want two red tech skills that cost 5. That you just can't get any better than that. But the odds of that happening are extremely rare. I've had it happen once or twice. But getting it at 8 or 10 is good. Don't brush those off. Yeah, you might have to take off like a 2 CP defense, 2 CP HP, attack, brave, whatever you prefer. But to make room for those skills. But yeah, it's worth it at 8 and 10. Like once it gets 12, it kind of is like, do I really need it? Then at 15, just try not to keep anything at 15 CP when it comes to your artifact skills, because like I said, you'll have a little leeway with an MLB character at 210 CP with all their skills equipped, but you most likely won't have room for a 15 CP skill, artifact skill. You know what I'm saying? And if you're sitting there taking stuff away to add a artifact skill that costs 15 CP, you're just hurting your character in the long run. Whatever you decide to take off to make room for that 15 CP skill. So try not to use 15 CP skills unless it's like 2 red techs. And even then it's like, depends on what the skills are. At least for me. And I've trashed, thrown away 2 red tech skills on rolls that cost 15 CP. It's just because I don't want to see 15 CP. I want them 10 and under. I will occasionally take a 12. No, I'll take a 15 if like it rolls a skill that they don't have yet, but I really, really want them to have. That's when I'll take a 15. But that's about the only situation I would. Or, when you're rolling for a brand new character, their first 5 skills. Now each character can hold up to 5. And their first 5 skills just end up being 15 CP. No, that's about the only time, but I'm trying to get rid of those 15 CP skills ASAP. Like this, no, just not what I'm looking for. Like the insert your treasure boost is good, but it comes with that stipulation for attacking an enemy not targeting self. So whatever enemy you're about to hit cannot be targeting him for that to activate. Like I said, I'm looking for this buff boost. Which gets his max brave up. And my Locke is already hitting pretty hard. He doesn't have trouble getting up to his max brave at all. So yeah, in Search of Treasure, if it comes on like a 2-star buff boost, I'll take it. But outside of that, not really looking for it. Not really looking for the Phoenix Ray or Sneak Slash buffs either. I want those buff boosts. Plain and simple. We got some pretty good rolls for him overall. I'd say a bunch of skills are showing up. Nothing that I want. We also got that 108 attack earlier, which is always a good thing on a character. And I think like the max attack is, for the actual attacking characters, it's a little over 3k. You can get them up to without the 108 attack CP. So I'm guessing, the strongest physical strength character or the strongest attacking character in the game could only hit about 35, maybe 3600 attack. Like my Garnet only has 24k attack, but she hits just as hard, if not harder in some cases, than my Squall does. So it just really depends on the character. Like Locke, I really don't think he needs the 108 attack buff, but I rolled it, had stuff to replace with, so why not? When it comes to your artifact skills, it just depends on how you want to use the character and what you're using the character for. You know what I'm saying? For him, I want his max brave high as possible. Just because he can trigger, that artifact himself with Sneak Slash. There we go. And what to get rid of? We'll get rid of this Mighty Phoenix Ray. I know some of y'all probably like, oh, really? It's like, yeah. So, yay, 6-star buff boost for him. The main reason why I want his max brave as high as possible is because he can hit over max brave with that Mighty Phoenix Ray. So those 2-star Mighty Phoenix Ray with a 2-star buff boost would be ideal. Just because I got my 6-star buff boost doesn't mean I'm going to stop rolling for them, because now I want those 2-star buff boosts with it. Try to combine those with those other skills such as Insatiable Treasure or or the Mighty Phoenix Ray would be ideal. You know, like these artifacts just it never stops. Never ever stops. But anyway, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, it's not much. There's just not much to do in the game. I've done pretty much everything I can except for like chapter 2. This right here, I just have no chance at completing. I just can't do it. Like these two characters don't have what you call it, their EX weapons. So no, and swapping them both out is just a really, really bad idea. You know, especially for the terms of this boss. That's a bad idea. See, his attack's only 2639. No, but for this event, yeah, you kind of need all three of these characters. And let me show you what I was talking about with my Sealess artifacts. Like, yeah, I'm pretty happy with her. Yeah, it's just, like I said, there's room for improvement, but not much. Yeah, that's gonna go ahead wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed, if you did, go ahead and hit that like button and stay up to date with future videos of mine. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell, and I will see you guys later.